I've been sent this NES console. And this NES console was very kindly sent over to me by one of my Patreon supporters, Nidhoega. And he says, "Hey Steve, I packaged everything up, send it Monday. I've included my favourite NES game in the package." This is his favourite NES game. Snake Rattle and Roll. A power supply, as well as a SNES cinch cable. You will notice that you won't find a connector for that cable since it's inside of the NES. At this point I should probably explain that this has got an RGB mod inside it. It's the Tim Worthington mod. And it looks like it's been installed, but it doesn't work. So just carry on reading this. What is the problem? The problem is that I only get garbled output from the multi-out AV port. I am fairly sure that A, the NES mainboard is fine, and B, the desoldered PPU is fine, since they exchanged both of them already, and they are fine. Everything's fine. So the problem has to be the modding board, which I do not have the equipment to troubleshoot. Here you'll find information about this mod, which is all this stuff here. And yeah, that's it. Essentially, it's an NES, it comes on, but it doesn't display anything because the RGB mod doesn't look like it works properly. Or something. I don't know whether any of that made any sense, but let's crack on. So I can't test it to show you because the output port is inside the NES, essentially. Why do I keep saying essentially? So let's essentially take this apart, essentially.
Dividing opinions, some lovers, some haters, some downright rude to the twin gladiator. What's my age again? What's my age again? P.S. It's you're not yours, get it right, man. Adam Taylor, Western plus the other three. Oz Newman, A1 Base, Foot for Old Key. Tidda Ellis, Garber and Jamrag from Berlin. Aaron Marks, Mick Adams, Darren Kelly, Inflin. Paxton Nidhoega for sending me the NES. Let's hope my repair's gonna be a success. Always with the jokes is my man Ben Dover. Daft Willie, Jonathan Wiggs ain't no jokers. Markovitz, 90 Fred, Chovier, Medieval. Martin Jockey, Toxic Shadow, Evil Knievel. Jonathan Harden, Neil Reynolds, Burrito, Wappy Wappy, Edmonton, and Monkey Joe, Tokyo. Thanks for all your support. Much love to all. Peace.
Nice. So that's the multi-out AV port, so I can now test it. Right, let's power it on. Okay. Yep, definitely garbled. Yep, okay, so that's the problem right there. Right, so let's get everything out of here and let's get down to the board. It's not working. Abracadabra? Ah, that worked. Right, let's have a look. Right, so here's the mod board. We've got, I don't know what that is. We've got lots of wires. Where do I start? Well, I guess I should start by just checking all of the wiring from here and make sure that it all marries up, I guess. Huh, it does look like we've got a trapped wire there. Look at that. Can you see that? It's flattened. So I'm going to test that first, I think. Surely it can't be as easy as that. Nope, it's not as easy as that. I wonder if you can take this out. I guess it's just socketed. Obviously don't want to damage it. Yes, there we go. Yeah, so it's just in socket here, which will be where the old PPU was. This essentially replaces the PPU and then outputs to this. Right, well, let's see if we can get this under the microscope. Might make things a bit easier. Okay, so here we've got the board. Visual inspection first, as always. Something. Right, so here we've got all the wires that have been soldered on. Can't see any major problems there. Doesn't look like there's any bridges or anything. We do have a solder blob there. Is that solder blob shorting this capacitor out? No. I mean, it's very close to shorting it out, but it's not actually shorting it out. I'm going to try and get rid of it though. That'll do for now. But make sure there's nothing else like that. I'm going to take this out. Let's see if we can have a look on the other side. Right, so it looks like we've got the PPU soldered here, and then presumably that connects from there to there. So I'm just going to go through and just make sure that they are connected. No, I mean, they're not all connected, but I don't know whether they're supposed to be. Like, that one isn't. That one is. That one isn't. 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 So there's like a load in a row there, but then these two are. Yeah, I don't know whether that's correct or not. I think for now I'm just going to assume that it is correct, because they look like they're soldered on perfectly fine. And obviously I can't see the traces, so I don't know where they go. Wait. Is that a solder bridge there? That's weird. I couldn't see that under a microscope, but with my naked eyes... My eyes don't have any clothes on. Yes. We've got a solder bridge here. Let's get rid of it. Right, there we go. I mean, I'm not saying that's the problem, but it's definitely a problem, isn't it? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's pop it back together and let's see. Alright, let's find out. Now we have a flashing red light. Which I think just means that this is dirty, but I don't think it was doing that before. Have I done something wrong? Have I not put this back properly? I know you're not supposed to do this. But I did it. It didn't work. Right, I'm just going to try and clean inside this cartridge connector. Right, let's try it now. No. Maybe those two legs were supposed to be shorted together?
Approximately 18 swear words later.
I'm just looking at this diagram, and this row here corresponds to this row here. So we've got the edge here, the edge here. So this one's ground, which it is. And then we've got int, whatever that is, connected. The next one should be CLK, which I'm guessing is clock. But it's not. It's not connected. Now I'm guessing that's an important one. These four are not important. They don't look like they're connected at all. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the next one should be, and it is, then the end one should be. Right, so it looks like we've got this third one along here, which is CLK, should be connected and isn't. Now rather than going desoldering all of this, because it's going to be an absolute nightmare, I'm just going to try and tack on a tiny wire from there to there, and then we'll try it again. Right, I've got some 0.1mm enamelled wire there. Let's see if we can tack that in place. Apologies for the glare. Is that on? Yes, I think it is. Right, now let's see if we've got continuity between those two. Well, it appears to be connected, but I don't think it's that. But we'll see. Let's try and pop it back together. Right. Let's give that a go. No. Get a solid red light. It's not doing anything now, though, is it? How weird. So now we're getting nothing. But I am getting the solid red light. Right, I was just about to end the video as a big fat fail. But I thought I can't leave it like that. So basically what I've done is I've tested every single trace, every single voltage, checked everywhere for shorts, and I can't find anything wrong at all. So I thought I'll desolder the PPU, I'll remove the mod, and I'll put it back to factory. And that's what I've done. So I put the PPU in a socket here. I've checked all the legs are going through to the board where they need to go. There's no shorts, so everything should be good. This is the mod that I took out. So if it turns out there's nothing wrong with it, I can still reuse it. So here goes. That's where I'm up to. Let's now pop it back together enough to test, and let's plug it in. Right, now in theory this should work. I'm getting the solid red light. We're just getting a grey box on the screen. Does that mean the PPU is faulty? Unfortunately, I don't have another Nintendo console, so I can't swap parts around. This is the first time I've ever owned one. I think I'm going to have to buy another one and revisit this. Stupid NES fail.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.